What do you think is the best beach in the world? The sand is powder white, so fine and soft that it crunches gently under your feet. The water is milky turquoise. Even if you walk 100 meters out from the shore, it still doesn't reach your waist. When the morning sun hits, you squint your eyes. At sunset, the sky turns orange and pink, and traditional sailboats glide past like silhouettes. And there you are, holding a cold mango shake, wondering, is this real? For years, this place, a tiny dot on the map off the western coast of the Philippines, has never dropped from the top of the best beach lists in the world's most prestigious travel magazines, Boracay Island. This is its story. So where exactly is this island, and what awaits you there? Boracay is a small island in the Visayas region of the Philippines, just off the coast of Aklan province, with an area of just 10 square kilometers. So if you walk from one end to the other, you'll have toured the island in half a day. But this small size doesn't make it ordinary. On the contrary, it transforms it into a place where everything is concentrated, intense, and vibrant, brimming with a unique energy. There are over 7,000 islands in the Philippines, but Boracay stands apart from the rest. Because it's not just a beach, it's a beautiful cycle where you surf all day, watch the sunset on a sailboat tour in the late afternoon, enjoy music at beach bars all night, and dive back into that crystal clear water come morning. If I had to sum up the island's character in a single sentence, I'd say this: Boracay is one of the few places in the world that can offer both the tranquility of morning and the energy of night at the same time. If I had to sum up the island's character in a single sentence, I'd say this: Boracay is one of the few places in the world that can offer both the tranquility of morning and the energy of night at the same time. Getting here isn't too difficult. You take a roughly 1-hour flight from Manila to either Cataclan or Calibo Airport. Calibo is a cheaper option but adds about 2 hours of additional travel time. Cataclan, on the other hand, is practically within walking distance of the island. From there, you take a short boat ride straight to Boracay. Total travel time: if you leave from Manila, fly in the afternoon, and arrive by evening, you'll be on that sand by nightfall. The island has 3 main sections, and deciding which one to stay in essentially means deciding what kind of Boracay vacation you want. Station 1 is the quietest, least crowded area where you can see the sand in its purest form. Station 2 is the heart of everything: restaurants, shopping, nightlife. Station 3 is the quiet haven for budget travelers. Keep this in mind. We'll go into more detail in the accommodation section. The biggest mistake you can make when visiting Boracay is sitting in a hotel restaurant and looking at the menu. Because the island's true food and drink culture is hidden in the small stalls lining the beach, the narrow streets of Damal, and the modest restaurants known to locals but rarely visited by tourists. Your first stop should be the Talipapa Market. This is the locals' true culinary secret, and the number of tourists who know about it can be counted on one hand. You walk in during the morning, pick out the fresh seafood lined up at the stalls: plump shrimp, lobster, mussels, squid, whatever you like. Then take it to the small restaurants next door, where they'll cook it for you for about $1–2 per person. For a hearty seafood meal for 3–4 people, a total of $15–20 is enough. The same dish at a beach restaurant would easily cost you 3–4 times as much. Don't leave the island without knowing this. While walking down the street, be sure to try the Chori Burger, made from chorizo, grilled to perfection, and served with an egg and rice. This sandwich is one of the most iconic flavors of Filipino street food, and it costs between $1 and $1.5. You can eat it for breakfast as a late-night snack, or just for that "how can this be so good" moment. It's small but captures the essence of the island. Boracay's signature drink is undoubtedly the mango shake. It's made with fresh Philippine mangoes, one of the sweetest mangoes in the world, and I'm not exaggerating. You can find them at small beach stalls for 60–80 Philippine pesos, or about $1 to $1.5. It fills your glass and fills it some more. It just keeps coming. If you leave the island without trying this, Boracay will consider you a stranger. Make a note of Jonah's fruit shake and snack bar for dinner. The name sounds humble, but don't be fooled. This place has become a local legend over the years, where you can enjoy a truly great dinner for $5–7 per person, featuring fresh fruit juices and hearty Filipino main courses. Your stomach is full, your energy is recharged. Now it's time to truly explore this island. It all starts at White Beach. It's hard to find the right words to describe this 4-kilometer stretch of beach, because any ordinary word does it a disservice. The sand isn't just white, it's powder white. Not grainy, but as fine as flour, it crunches softly under your feet. When you step into the water, it feels like being wrapped in a warm blanket. And the color, turquoise, doesn't quite capture it. It's a milky, soft, almost luminous blue-green, as if lit from within. Station 1 is the calmest and least crowded section. If you want to see the sand in its purest form, spend your mornings there. You can rent a lounge chair for $2–3, and a fresh coconut drink is already waiting for you. But Boracay isn't just White Beach. When you head to the island's east coast, a whole new world awaits you. Bulabog Beach. The wind and waves work differently here, which is why it's known as one of Southeast Asia's best spots for kite surfing and windsurfing. Even if you've never been on a surfboard, just watching is a pleasure in itself. If you want to take lessons, hourly sessions start in the $20–30 range. If you really want to escape the crowds, head to the north of the island, to Puka Shell Beach, made up of white clam shells and coarse sand. This beach offers the exact opposite vibe of White Beach: deserted, natural, almost untouched. No vendors, no bars, no noise, just you, the sea, and the wind. You can reach it by tricycle, the island's motorized 3-wheeled vehicle, in 15–20 minutes. Round trip is $3–4. One of Boracay's most iconic experiences is the Sunset Paraw Tour. You head out to the open sea on traditional Filipino sailboats just as the sun is setting. During those 30–40 minutes as the sky turns orange, pink, and red, you gaze at the island's silhouette and think, how did I wait so long to come here? Prices range from $15 to $25 per person. Be sure to haggle a bit, it usually works. Finally, don't skip a visit to the mall. This open-air mall is packed with souvenir shops, affordable restaurants, and bars that come alive in the evenings. Even just sitting down for a Filipino beer is enough to soak up Boracay's unique energy. So, how much does all this cost? Boracay is a bit pricier than some other Southeast Asian destinations, but when viewed in dollar terms, it's still an extremely affordable island. If you're traveling on a tight budget, hostel stays, street food, and free beaches, you can get by on around $25–30 a day. For the mid-range option, a clean boutique hotel, 3 meals a day, and an activity, expect to spend $60–80 daily. There are ATMs on the island, but the commission rates are high. If possible, withdraw cash at the Cataclan or Calibo Airport. You'll save a significant amount. Small stalls and local vendors prefer cash. Make sure to carry small bills with you. The Philippine peso is used. $1 is roughly 58 pesos, but check the current exchange rate before heading to the island. Most tourists don't know this, but massage therapists, sailboat tour operators, and even some beach activity stalls can drop their prices by 20–30% below the listed rate. Never accept the first price you hear. Polite haggling is a natural part of the game here. Where you choose to stay directly determines the kind of vacation you'll have in Boracay. So don't take this decision lightly. If you want to stick to a tight budget, check out the Station 3 area. It's within walking distance of White Beach, but prices are 30–40% lower than in Stations 1 and 2. Small boutique inns and guest houses in this area start at $20–35 per night. Cleanliness standards are generally good, and the beach is just a 5-minute walk away. You don't have to pay extra for anything more. If you're looking for the best value, the Paraw Hotel is a standout option. Located in Station 2, it's practically within walking distance of the mall, meaning dining, shopping, and nightlife are all right at your doorstep. The room quality and breakfast are quite good for the price. Rates range from $60 to $80 per night. For those seeking a quieter and more private experience, the boutique hotels in Station 1 offer a different vibe. Away from the crowds with wider beach access and generally more attentive service. Prices go above $100 per night, but when you wake up to find an almost empty beach right in front of you, you'll feel the difference. An important note, during Boracay's high season, from December to May, you must book well in advance. Quality hotels in Station 1 fill up months in advance. Act early to avoid waiting. Don't forget to subscribe and like. A new island awaits you every week. You've got your hotel key, you've dropped off your luggage. Now let me show you the side of Boracay that no one tells you about. Everyone who knows Boracay talks about White Beach. They talk about the Mango Shake, the Sunset Sailing Tour. But now I'm going to tell you about the island's true face, the one that rarely makes it into tourists' photos or guidebooks. First stop, Crystal Cove. A 15 to 20-minute boat ride from the southern tip of the island brings you to a tiny islet with 2 natural caves and a turquoise lagoon. The interior is almost dramatic. The sea peeks through the rock arches, sunlight refracts as it enters the water, and the surroundings are silent. The entrance fee is $10 to $12, and it's absolutely worth every penny. Because there's no crowd, no vendors, just you marveling at nature's own architecture. The second story goes much deeper. Boracay's current beauty is actually the result of a major rebirth. In 2018, the Philippine government completely closed the island. For a full 6 months, no tourists were allowed in, because excessive and uncontrolled tourism had caused significant damage to the island. Polluted waters, unauthorized construction, and depleted resources. During those 6 months, the infrastructure was rebuilt from scratch, structures were demolished, and the coastline was cleaned up. The pristine white sand you walk on today is the result of this great sacrifice. When you walk along the beach knowing this, you feel a different weight beneath that sand. And the third secret, perhaps the least known, the Ati tribe. The Ati, the indigenous people of the Philippines and the true owners of Boracay, still live in a small community on the island's hills. Most tourists never see them because they aren't on the beachfront. But the island's history and true culture cannot be told without their story. Boracay may promise you paradise. Remembering whose land this paradise is built upon makes it feel more real. It's hard to describe Boracay in a single word, but if I had to, I'd say this. Boracay isn't an island that scrambles to please you. It's simply a place that exists and is content with just being there. When you wake up early in the morning, there's no one else on the beach, and the sea looks even calmer than glass. When you wake up early in the morning, there's no one else on the beach, and the sea looks even calmer than glass. In the afternoon, kite surfers soar over Bulabog. Music drifts from the mall, and the scent of mangoes fills the air. At sunset, the Paraw sailboat carries you out to the open sea, and the sky changes colors as if just for you. As you walk along the beach at night, the sand is wet beneath your feet. A faint guitar melody drifts in the distance, and perhaps you're holding a cold beer. And you find yourself thinking, why didn't I come here sooner? That's the moment Boracay tells you what it's trying to say. Time moves differently here. Slower, fuller, more real. Where should our next stop be? You decide. Write in the comments which island you'd like to see, the Caribbean, Indonesia, Greece, or a completely different island you have in mind. The most requested island will be the subject of our next video. I read every single comment. Every response matters. The greatest power to grow this channel comes from you. like the video, and subscribe to the channel to be a part of this journey. Every new island will come thanks to your support. See you soon.